Norwex Microfiber, you just get it wet with water and it has the ability to pick up 99% of bacteria from your surfaces. But the first time you hear that, it sounds very hard to believe. So that's why demonstrations like this are super cool. So what I'm gonna do is I have Glo Germ. This simulates bacteria. We're gonna sprinkle this on the surface. I'm gonna turn off some of the lights in here. This reacts with the black light. So that's pretty cool, huh? So we're gonna take disinfectant wipes first, and I'm gonna put on a glove because this is a chemical and it's really important that we protect ourselves when we're using chemicals. Chemicals are hazardous to our health, and it actually says that on the label. This is technically a pesticide. Okay, then we'll close that lid. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that surface until it looks clean. All right, that looks clean. I'm gonna be extra thorough and flip it over and wipe it again. All right, now let's turn off the lights and then we'll turn on our black light to see if the surface is clean. Does it look like I did a good job cleaning? What do you see happened? It just spread that Glo Germ around. Just a smudgy mess of that Glo Germ. So did the disinfectant wipe like pick anything up? No, it just spread it around. Doesn't look like it did a very good job cleaning. Now I used disinfectant wipes before Norwex. I was a house cleaner for a living before discovering these products. But we're gonna take our Envirocloth, which I got damp with just water right before I jumped on here. And we are just gonna do, just wipe the center there. Let's see what the Envirocloth did. Do you see that nice clean line? Like, how amazing is that? So, so cool. So, as you can see, the Envirocloth picked up everything in its path. So let's go ahead and clean the rest of that Glo Germ up just with our Envirocloth and water. So simple, so amazing. Now, have you ever taken a disinfectant wipe to wipe a different surface? Let's bring our disinfectant wipe back and let's wipe that surface again. Let's see what just happened. What did I just do? I just spread, germs, bacteria to a different surface, right? So when you use a disinfectant wipe on a surface, it's done. Like, you shouldn't use it on another surface because it just spreads it around, right? But now let's take our Envirocloth. I don't need to use gloves while using this product, right? Because it's not a chemical. Look at that. It just picked up everything and that surface is completely clean. So, so cool. It is so awesome to be able to clean with an Envirocloth and water, or, we have lots of different products, but Norwex Microfiber, it removes 99% of bacteria just using water. Would you ever hand a product like this to a small child? Absolutely not. Would you hand this to a small child? I would. Just one step. You just get this wet with water and you start cleaning. Now, another thing too, most of you, if you're Norwex users, you don't have a product like this in your home. But if you still do and you haven't thrown them away yet, let me just read the back to you. So like I said, it says on the label it's hazardous to humans and animals, but you need to use enough wipes for the surface to remain visibly wet for 4 minutes. Did you know that? Like, I had no idea until I saw this demonstration. So that means after you wipe a surface, you pretty much need to stare at it for 4 minutes to make sure it's wet the whole time. Who has that kind of time or patience? Now, the second thing is if your surface is gonna come in contact with food later, like maybe a baby high chair, a water rinse is required. Otherwise, you are going to get that chemical residue on your food later. So it's not that chemicals don't work, it's that chemicals have a lot of directions and steps. If we don't follow those steps properly, then our surface isn't actually clean and we just wasted time and money and affected our health along the way. So again, this has several steps. How many steps does this have? 1, right? You just get it wet with water and you start cleaning.